here right now and you pick up a third theft case, what happens?
You won't see me again.
If I had one strand of hair, every time someone told me, man, I would have such. You are so very lucky that she's worked so diligently to find a place for you to go to. Who is it that is willing to take him in? It's sister?
The sister, Dorisha.
Your sister is willing to take you. I don't want you out on the street. This is the only chance that I'm going to give you to do what is right. Go to your sister's house, stay there, and try to find a job if you can. You have to remember, you're in her house, so you have to follow her rules. If she gets upset, if she asks you to do something, be nice, do it. Because if you make her upset, do you think she's going to want to keep you there? If she kicks you out, I'm going to keep you. I don't want you roaming the streets. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will have a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. And I'm also, so curfew as well, so he's not out in the middle of the night. We are filing an order so that she is the only one that can pick you up and take you back to the house, so you have a place to go to. This is the only chance that you have to do what's right, Mr. Butler. Can you get it done?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to play games, so if you just take off and start roaming the streets and take off, a warrant issues, and I'm not going to do this again. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Can you do this?
Sir.
Okay, great.
Thank
All right,
you.
Stacey.
I'll file it this morning as soon as I'm done.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you, and I'll be back.
You were ordered not to use alcohol, any illegal substances. Don't use. You're going to be tested 50 days from the day that you were ordered. And if you test positive, it's just not going to go well. So don't use. Don't miss any of the tests. Do you understand, man? Okay? All right, Mr. Pons, we got
Did you be released to the audience?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I'll meet you upstairs. Okay. Is there a I told her about there's something.
And Your Honor, if I may, I did a little bit of research on the school that he's attending, and it's to help students who are low risk of not graduating. He has been enrolled since October 2024. I do have a copy of his courses if you would like to take a look.
I guess, yeah. You know, my main concern is him, number one, not going to prison. Number two, messing with the wrong person and they shoot him dead. Every other week, you hear of people going after a car, they mess with the wrong person, that person has a gun, and they shoot him in the back. It happens all the time. And my fear is that he goes out and picks up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th case. My feeling is that home confinement is the only way that we can protect the community and at the same time prevent him from picking up any more cases.
Más casos.
He's got 5 open felonies and they're serious, serious cases.
Muy serios.
Do you work? No, do you work?
Yes.
What is your work schedule?
Es horario de trabajo.
No, pues yo pido permiso por
¿Qué es su horario de trabajo?
dentro a las 10,
I go in at 10
a las 6 de la tarde.
and I get off at 6 p.m.
So you work every day?
¿Vas todos los días?
No, descanso un día.
I rest one day.
So who's going to take him to school?
¿Quién lo va a llevar a la escuela?
Pues yo ya hablé con el señor del trabajo.
I already spoken to the man at my job.
Ajá.
So you're not taking him to school?
You
Sí,
said
yo
no
lo,
los.
yo lo llevo, yo ya
I
hablé
take
con
him.
él.
I take him. I already spoke to him.
Ya después me voy para el
And
trabajo.
then I'll go to work.
I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I don't.
Sí, sí.
If you're telling me you work every day
Sí, pero yo, como le vuelvo a decir, yo ya hablé, yo
I was, like I tell you again, I've already spoken.
¿Mm?
¿Con quién hablo?
con el patrón de mi
My
trabajo.
boss at my job.
I would only let him go to school if I know that you're taking him.
No,
I don't want other people to take him.
otras personas
I
lo
don't
llevan.
trust other people to do the right thing. So if I find that other people are taking him, I'm going to put him in jail.
Están llevando a la escuela.
I want to make sure that if he's going to school, he's actually going to school and going nowhere else.
Un otro lugar.
I'm putting a GPS monitor on him and we're marking the streets that he needs to take to go to school. So if he's not on that exact street and he deviates from it, the GPS will ding and I'm going to bring him back to court and we will have a hearing as to whether I'm going to revoke his bond. His bond is set at 10,004 now.
La fianza es de 10,000.
If it gets revoked, it's going to go extremely high with his 5 open felonies and now he's on probation for our case. You were telling me that you're going to take him.
¿Usted lo va a llevar?
Sí.
Yes.
What hours did you want?
Él entra a las 7, lo más tarde que él tiene que estar en la escuela es a las 8.
Okay.
The latest he can go in is at 8 a.m.
Y lo más tarde que él llega a la casa a las 1:20. Por 1:20.
Okay. Que
And he
él-
gets at home like
Sí.
at 1:20, so classes from like 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
How many days a week?
¿Qué tantos días?
Él va de lunes a viernes.
Monday through
I thought
Friday.
you told me it was a 4-hour window that he needed to go to
Yeah, we
school,
covered felonies,
right? The felony says 4 hours.
it's like
Like a little
1:35
bit.
PM to 7:25 AM, something like that. Would be when he needs
Which
to be
could
back in
be-
the house, yeah.
Around
Like he cannot go anywhere prior to 7:25 AM and he needs to be home by 1:35
Pues él
PM.
tiene que estar en la casa
That's
como
why that
a
allows him to
35.
walk out of classes. that's
Dice
all.
así, él puede ir a los cursos.
Saturdays and Sundays, you must stay home.
Sábados tiene que
You're
estar en
not
su
to go
casa.
out.
No puede salir.
I have a monitor so I know where you are at all times.
Yo voy a
You
saber.
ever test positive for anything illegal, your bond, do you understand me? The only thing that you're allowed to do is go to school and that's it. I don't want you to go to HEB. I don't want you to go to JCPenney. I don't want you to go to GameStop. Do you understand me? Nowhere else. You deviate one iota, it will not go well. We need to know the exact street that you're taking to get to school and get back. You understand? Okay. All right, Stacey, that's it. Okay.
I believe that's all I have for today.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend. Happy
Porque
holidays.
va a tener la ley. Si sale del área, no puedes pagar perder la tienda. Cuando lo recoges en la escuela, tiene que ir directamente para la casa, no la tienda, no. Porque se sale, lo que
Check me, bro.
se lo cancela.
Ok.
Okay.
Ok,
Just a
gracias.
Mr. Miss Elsie, Judge ELLZY. She's had financial issues to get her
On
class.
docket today?
Yes, Judge. But she got it.
What's the last name?
LZ, ELLZY. She's had financial issues on trying to get, so she will either, if we can just set it for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, for her to be required appearance, she will either appear or have it done by then.
Well, no, I can't because I already got several people in the waiting room now with weird things. Okay. All right. Huh. You wanna? Okay. Who we have here?
Yes,
Hey.
Judge. Judge, we're here on docket for Mr. Sandwick.
Ah, Mr. Sandwick. Not happy with you. You know, you're on bond for a theft, right?
Yes, sir.
I would put conditions on him. Literally, what is it? The next day you pick up another theft? I don't know. Let's do probable cause in the case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Please.
Thank you, Judge. On April 14, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a Walmart for a theft call and made contact with a complaining witness. Loss prevention officer who stated he observed the defendant conceal merchandise in a shopping bag and pass all points of sale without paying. The defendant was detained and the merchandise was valued at $265.27.
Okay. Mr. Sandwick, so I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward on your new case. Because you picked up a case while you're on bond, all we did, we asked you to behave yourself. Don't pick up any new cases. I'm now going to revoke your bond on your first case. So on the first case, it's now at 5,002. And then I guess we'll just set you for whatever you want to see what we're going to do.
Yes, sir. So
Tell me.
now that all that's being said, the state and I have entered into an agreement for Mr. Sandwick to plead guilty to both of these theft cases, Judge, in a plea agreement.
Oh, I mean, that's what you want to do, I have no problem with it.
Yes, sir.
You have to understand, if you get out of here right now and you pick up a third theft case, what happens?
You won't see me again.
If I had one strand of hair, every time someone told me, man, I would have such
Me too. I swear to you. You have my word.
I don't care, your word. Right here. That's where your word means. I'm just telling you, what happens if you pick up another one?
I won't.
A third is a felony offense, and you're looking at years instead of days. Forewarned is fair warned. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you want to, you absolutely have my blessing. The only problem is you pick up another one, it's a felony offense.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir, I do, Your Honor.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm happy to do it. Okay?
So we've signed the plea
Oh,
paperwork,
you read it?
Judge.
Oh, yes, that sounds very
God, I had no idea.
So it is
Okay. Oops.
12 for 4 and 6 for 2.
Okay, so I didn't realize that we were doing this. Sorry.
No, Judge, I wanted to first bring him in front because he did need to be arraigned, Judge, and then I wanted to bring that matter to you, Judge.
So, Mr. Sandwick, like you have worked out a fast agreement now. You understand that probably not all the evidence is in. You have the opportunity to go through the evidence. Perhaps someone's wrong.
I'm sorry.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your
You
Honor.
need to understand that by pleading guilty to both of these theft cases, they will go on your record. They're going to be there for the rest of your life. They're even there after you die. So if you run right back to Walmart and then you pick up a pack of gum and put it in your trousers, what happens? Do you know how many cameras they have in Walmart?
I do not.
Do you know that they have facial recognition software so that every time your happy butt walks in there, it's going to directly ping on your face so they know it's you?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to these offenses that will go on your record, they'll be there for the rest of your life.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to plead guilty not knowing that not all the evidence is in, that it, something could come in that it, gets you off.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How do you plead to both theft cases? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
On both of the theft cases, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. On your first case, it's 6 days in jail with credit for
It's 12 for 4 and 6 for 2.
2 days credit. On your other case, it's 12 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you've done. You sure you want to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. And they gave you another PR bond. This is not going to happen again. I don't care, come hell, how you miss again, I'm going to make your bond so high. Do you understand me?
Sir.
We're not asking much. The only thing that we're asking you to do is bring your happy butt to court. That's the,
Sure.
and obviously stay out of trouble. All you have to do is come to court.
Sir.
And the next time you fail, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are not allowed to drive. There's an affidavit. The other worst thing you can do in this short life that we have is get into a car and drive without a license and insurance and approval from us. Because if you do, then you're facing a contempt hearing. Do you understand me? We've so much as even given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Reed. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you. Okay, so we'll give you a reset. Is there an offer on this case so far? I know it's young, but
There's,
Gonzalez.
there's not, Your Honor.
I'll get with him, Judge.
I know.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys.
Hey. My question is back on James.
Okay.
The attorney assigned to the case is now able. He was wondering how he can contact the defendant.
Good question.
Yeah, I've also alerted
I know that we're doing everything through Zoom. And the reason I'm doing this is because he's from Louisiana. And they come and pick up so often. So that's why I don't want to just sit and wait until Monday because he could be gone by then. Hey, how's the defense lawyer going to be able to speak to him? Yeah, can you have Abel zoom in and then we can put him in a breakout room with them?
Yes, we can do that.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
let
do
him
that.
know.
The reason I'm doing this is because he wanted at Louisiana. He's already waived, so they'll probably have him on a bus, this weekend, as opposed to just sitting and rolling it and holding him in, If it was a different state, yeah, but. Mr. Gorby,
Right here, sir.
hey, thank you for joining us. I've got the attorney here now. I'm somehow gonna.
Sylvia was telling me so you can talk to the attorney.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys choose to go into the breakout room. I need you guys to do that real quick.
Yes, sir. Hello. How do I?
Hold on. Let me get you guys in. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, you gotta accept.
Okay.
Do you want us to approach again, Judge?
Okay, Mr. Gorby,
Yes, sir.
you guys are good. He's keeping his waiver. Everything is done. What's the last name?
James.
Mr. James, we have buses coming in and out of Louisiana, coming to pick up people from Louisiana all the time, probably once to 2 times a week. Now that you waived, you'll probably be back to Louisiana within the next 2 to 3 days, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good luck, guys.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Gorby. Perception is reality. When you look like a thug, people will treat you like a thug. If you speak like a thug, they will treat you like a thug. This is a court, and we expect you to act in a certain way. You don't come in shorts. Please don't do it again. It's a complete sign of disrespect. If it happens again, I'm going to put you out. You understand?
Sir.
I'm going to grant your motion on this one. Be careful what you do with the gun. There are many people who completely destroy their lives by doing something they shouldn't do with the gun. It's sometimes you have but just a nanosecond to make the wrong decision. Don't. Do you understand? Okay? All right, just give us a second, then we'll get you a copy. All right.
I want here.
Good morning, Mr. Thompson.
Sir.
Sir, you are charged with the offense of resisting arrest. It's 18 for 6. So you've got 2 cases with us. You've got the resisting arrest. You also have a fugitive case where you're wanted out of
Mississippi, Your Honor.
Mississippi. So what's happening now is you're pleading guilty to the resisting arrest. I don't know if you're on probation, if you're on parole or whatnot, but you need to understand by being on probation or parole, you pleading guilty to this offense can result in further incarceration, having your parole revoked, whatever it may be. Do you understand?
Sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or turn around, and you understand.
Sir.
The agreement is 18 days in jail, credit for the 6 days that you've done. By this going on your record, you need to understand here in Texas, you are now facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. As far as the other case, it is a felon in possession of a firearm. Has he waived extradition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, by you waiving extradition and by you now taking care of this,
Oh, he has an account.
the demanding jurisdiction, Mississippi has 14 days from today to come get you. If they don't come get you, Harris County will release you. But you need to understand that that warrant, if Harris County releases you because they just don't come get you, that warrant will always remain in effect and will always be there until you go back to Mississippi and take care of it. You understand?
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And with that,
It's
it's
one
a,
of those situations, Judge, where he doesn't have state ID in the system, so he hasn't been apist. So,
how has he not been apist? He's been in jail. I mean, as soon as they get him, they fingerprint and mugshot them, don't they? Every time.
they don't have a state ID number in this frame of this case. He's.
I get it. So they'll probably create it, right?
Hope so?
You tell me they didn't, when they booked him in, they didn't fingerprint and mugshot?
Well, usually we'll get the ID number, we'll.
So as soon as they get that number, then they should like,
Yeah, so it's gonna be weird.
regardless, he's here for another 14 days.
Okay.
You know, he's not going anywhere.
They should fix it.
Oh, I don't know who you need to talk to.
I'll talk to him.
My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Hey, bye, Stacy.
Have a great day, Your
You
Honor.
too. Take care. Amy, I don't know who you need to get a hold of to make sure that they, you know, let Day know, because we don't want another
Yeah.
fall through the cracks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, guys, you want to be sworn?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait, did you get the Melly on something then?
Did you print those numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I only have one. I can't do the swearing for the DA portion, right?
That's what
I usually it's like, it used to be Beetle, I think. I don't know.
So.
I've never done the DA swearing before. I've only done the one to become a lawyer.
Yes, but I mean, he talked about.
Hey, should I take the lecture off for the swearing in or should I leave it on?
This Friday.
I'm gonna take it off.
This Friday.
No,
He's gonna go into jail himself. He's not gonna come here. He's in.
I'm putting in a.
Are you able to sign this?
I signed everything.
No,
Oh,
this paper, because he's sitting down still. And then I'll know if any of your stuff. Thank you. Have a good one, Stacey. David Gonzalez? David Gonzalez, come on up.
Victoria, what'd you say?
Order of appointment, I just put it in there for the Lodge Main James.
Over here, sir. Over here. Is your phone permission? You do the paper, so you take them along. You just sign right here, and then I'll make a copy for you.
Hey, Judge, you're gonna swear at those people?
Yeah, right now.
You gonna say all the bad words?
You're not Fleischer, right?
Okay. You
want to?
Watch, you want to start those?
Or do they have parents watching?
Right.
Judge, do they have parents watching?
Hey, do you guys have anyone that's watching or no?
I just informed my dad and my stepmom that we're about to do it. But I honestly have no qualms. If you want to turn off the stream, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't have a big interest either way.
I'm gonna turn on and I'm not down with that.
Yes, oh, council's supposed to zoom out. I did.
Oh, he's here. Great. Okay. How are you?
I'm good.
You're back.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. How are things? Good. What's good to see you?
We're good.
Say it again.
So they were good.
You know, you can run, but the long arm gonna get you every single time. You can only go so far. Sorry, no time, sir. You know how it goes. I told you, every time we come back, we're gonna do it until it takes. And, you
So
know,
my only option, in all honesty, my only option for the misdemeanors treatment, there's no other option. No matter what. No matter even if I got treatment on my own.
really? Really?
I mean, I've done it already. I've done it once. I've got behavioral treatment and I've also got mental health. Behavioral and also substance abuse treatment. I've done both already.
I want to use ours. The problem is that I cannot do anything until the case upstairs is taken care of. So we're kind of in a holding pattern until upstairs. Hopefully, they will see that that's what we want to do here, and they'll, you know, but I don't know. I can't. You're not representing upstairs, right?
No, sir.
So we got to wait to see what happens upstairs, and then we'll just. Told you we're just going to keep doing it until it takes. Hopefully, one day it does.
I really don't. I don't have a substance abuse problem. I really don't. And honest to God, I don't. Like I've stopped a long time ago. And honest to God, I've stopped, and I'm not trying to go that path. Honest to God, I don't have a substance abuse problem issue. I've stopped.
So I guess let's set up for 30, Mr. Brooker. We'll wait. Because if they take care of it beforehand, you know, we'll see. And then if it's still set for the May 17th, we'll set it for the day after at that point. And then we'll see. Hopefully, you know, reach out to the lawyer upstairs, let them know this is what we want to do here. Hopefully they'll see that that's what we're trying to do. And then, you know.
So basically, I'm waiting for the appellate to see what happens.
Hopefully they will see what we're trying to achieve and be on the same page as us. You know, this is the second time you're facing this charge upstairs. They may offer you 4 years, 5 years upstairs. You know, it's no joke. You know, I'm trying to help you, Mr. Fleischer, believe it or not. You know, really. You're facing a lot of time and it's not the first time. So if you try to, you know, we played this game the first time. I don't know if they're going to.
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
It's a different court, Judge, so I'm hoping that we can have a similar outcome. And if they do it beforehand, I'll come off
I
document.
want to do it, and hopefully if they see that you're really willing to. So, all right.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say hello. That's it.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
We'll see you in 30.
Mr. Woodward.
Yes, good day, Your Honor.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well and yourself, sir.
Okay. Hey, Deputy Miranda, can you also bring out Mr. Avalar, please? Yeah. Sir, you were in February charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. It's come to my attention that you have now picked up a violation of a bond condition or a protective order. I have no idea what happened, but I want to find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I want you to know that you're not here alone. I have a lawyer for you here. He's right there, so you know that you're not here alone, okay? Okay. So what happened in the DPO, please?
Well,
Not you. That. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that.
On March 29, 2025, law enforcement officers were on patrol when they observed a white Honda Accord driving south on a public city street located in Harris County. The law enforcement officer ran the vehicle's license plate through TIC and TIC and observed the vehicle's registration had been expired since June 2023. Law enforcement officers initiated a traffic stop and activated their emergency equipment and followed the defendant's vehicle that drove into a gas station parking lot and pulled over to stop. The law enforcement officer approached the defendant's vehicle and observed the passenger sitting in the front seat wearing a seatbelt. The defendant requested the full name and date of birth of the passenger, who identified herself as Stephanie Avalar, and that was confirmed by the law enforcement officers. The law enforcement officer also found that that her name came back as a protected person from a respective violence incident, and ran the identifying information of the driver, also known as the defendant, that came back under the same protective order as the defendant for that case as well. The law enforcement officers reapproached the vehicle and detained the defendant, and confirmed that one of the law conditions and protective order was that the defendant shall have no contact with the
So it's just the Blackbird Shield lead. So we had issued the no contact, right?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So Mr. Avilar, I'm going to find if there's sufficient probable cause to go forward. You have to understand that when we have court orders, we mean it. It's not hard. You have a lawyer. When you want something changed, you talk to the lawyer. The lawyer can come to us and we hear things out and we can change things. But when you try to do stuff on your own, everything goes sideways, and it goes sideways quick, as you now know. So,
In Your Honor, we will be, would like to approach off docket tomorrow to try to have the MOAP amended. The state did in fact try to call the CW, but they have not been able to speak with her to clarify that she would in fact like him to be able to come home and have contact and the like.
so what happened?
So terrorism threat, he appeared in PC court on February 13th. He received a PR bond, and
Right.
next week he came in here for an arraignment. He appeared. He got a reset for April 23rd.
Right, but I'm showing now he's bond active after the new case. Why? Did they give him another PR bond?
No, this case was never.
Look, it shows bond made on the terroristic threat.
That's from the previous PR bond. He was never revoked after since the new case. This case has still been on bond.
Did they not address it? And I'm at a loss if they never addressed it.
Yes.
It was new court. His only reset is for April 23rd.
Mr. Woodward, my concern is that, they gave them a PR bond on the terroristic threat. I don't even show that a PR bond was given. Oh, here we go. On 2/13, now he's picked up a violation of protective order. So I can't continue to give you a PR bond when you're picking up new cases, man.
Can I speak? Can I ask? It's because I made bond.
No.
Sorry.
You need to talk to your lawyer before you talk to me, because I don't want you to say something that hurts your case,
Sir.
I'll give you time to talk to him, but I can't, we do things a certain way. You can't do stuff on your own. You've been through the system long enough to know that,
Yes, sir.
Are you on parole at this time?
No, sir, I'm not on parole, but I paid for my bond.
Hold on. So no PR bond on the terroristic threat. Okay, let's do this. Your lawyer said he can be here tomorrow. So we'll have him come here tomorrow so he can talk to you and you guys can regroup, try to figure something out. So Mr. Woodward, you say you can be here tomorrow?
Absolutely.
You want to address it, I guess, then?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll roll you to tomorrow. We'll try to figure something out.
Judge, he's supposed to get released today because of the surety bond on the BPO.
Rep, I'm not giving him another PR bond when he picked up a VPO though.
Do you want me to revoke
The PR bond, yeah.
No,
Your Honor,
Yeah,
I certainly understand how you work, but since I'm not there with my client, I just like for him to experience that. The facts of the underlying case, Your Honor, are that he and the CW they're in a relationship. You know, they had an argument. She grabbed his hair first, was pulling him. Then he was grabbing her. But a text message was sent from an unknown number saying, "If you don't come home, I'm gonna fuck you up." Excuse my English, Your Honor, but that's what was the crux of the PC, Your Honor.
Of which one?
For the terroristic threat case.
I don't know. I guess what happened in the terroristic threat?
Yes, Your Honor, if I just have one moment.
My understanding is that the CW is willing to communicate, you know, that there was a little bit of a misunderstanding of the facts. I believe the state called her once. She said she wasn't available, but you know, she would be if they called back. I don't think that, you know, she's been able to communicate that there was a little bit of a misunderstanding of the facts.
Your Honor, what I have is that this was from, the threat was made during an altercation where the defendant told the complaining witness, and I quote here, I apologize for the language.
Don't be shy. Come on. We all know the F word.
I'm going to fuck you up if you don't come home.
I understand that could be made during an altercation, Your
If you
Honor.
don't come home. It was made during, the defendant admitted that there was an altercation, admitted that he told the complaining witness, "I'm going to fuck you up if you don't come home."
Your Honor, I'm looking right at the summary of facts. It literally says, on her cell phone contacts, complainant stated the defendant then began to threaten her via cell phone text, which he stated, I'm gonna go kick your door. I got you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Complainant stated she was fearful for her safety. But before that line, it says they came from an unknown number. It says it in the summary.
Your Honor, it is further down in the summary of facts that there is an admission.
I mean, of course, Mr. Woodward, someone can make something from an unknown number, but they can corroborate it at the same time, you know? And I think that that's
Yes.
what the state is saying here, that he corroborates the actual text message saying that I'm gonna go fuck you up. Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
The problem is that we have him, he's still doing stuff on his own. You know, I've told him not to do it, admonished him not to do it, and he's still, you know,
Yes, sir.
in this life, when you do things the right way, good things happen. When you do stuff the way you want to do it in violation of orders, and you've been through this sufficient that you know. Now, it's not the end of the world, but how do I get your attention so that you realize that we mean business? If I just give you PR bond after PR bond after PR bond, I mean, we have no teeth.
Yes, sir. I paid out of my pocket to get bonded. They gave me a bond downstairs and I paid for
When you're
it.
on your VPO, but I'm not going to give you a PR bond when you're picking up a VPO.
She called me, her home had it.
I'm not going to, no.
Alright.
Like I said, talk to your lawyer first. Start telling us stuff, because I don't want you to put
Yes,
yourself
sir.
in your mouth when you think you're trying to help regardless. Now, look, we can come back tomorrow. He's going to come here. We can try to work something out. But
I was just trying to help, sir. I've been staying away from her. I got like 10 days left.
Sir, I got you. I'll come check up on you, okay?
back tomorrow, we'll deal with it and we'll figure something out. So you'll definitely be here tomorrow, Mr. Woodward?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna revoke it for now. Come back tomorrow, we'll talk. Do you have a place so they can reach out to the complaining witness so they can get a rip done by tomorrow, Mr. Woodward?
I do not have it readily available, Your Honor. I can likely get it.
Okay, so can you try to do a rip between now and tomorrow so we can try to figure out what she wants and then we'll go forward? Please. Okay, all right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bud, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a great day.
Can try to get the rip done by tomorrow. I mean, I know, or just let them know. Leave it. Just no more PR bomb.
Okay.
So just yank the PR bomb.
Like, so not revoking on the original?
So, they gave him, so the PR bond was never addressed when he got rearrested, and I don't understand why.
Okay.
They should have either given him a new PR bond, revoked it or whatnot, but they didn't do anything. I'm not gonna give him a PR bond when he picks up a VPO.
And then for the terroristic threat, Are we?
No, that's for the terroristic threat. You got a PR bond on the
Yes.
terroristic threat. I'm yanking that. from.
Okay, so we are.
I'll leave the assault, or the VPO, I'm gonna leave as is because you made a sure to.
Okay, perfect. When you get a chance, could you just sign the bond violation?
For sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, so I have three, no attorneys have shown up and they're in custody.
I guess roll it to tomorrow.
That's it, we're done.
That's no shit.
All right, thank you, Aaron.
Have a wonderful day. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Hey, that, the funeral I told you about, 11 o'clock. So maybe I can come in, just do a random and then I'll take off. So after you went.
Actually, you see on the screen, so wanted to know, put in your queue or you want, we'll give it to.
If they found out the city, then, hey,
I had.
Blaze, there's one more that I might found out on Cheryl. Did you see that?
Are they on today's docket?
Is it on today?
No.
What's the
They've released.
case number?
It's 255-7871.